I'm Elise. I'm a mom of 3 who's on a weight loss journey, and here's some things I made this week to keep me on track. Some things that can really help you as you're getting started on your weight loss journey is having some quick and easy meals ready at home. I like to have things like chicken tenders, flatbreads, chips, pickles, yogurt, anything that doesn't take long to fix. So I quickly put together this wrap one day. I used half of a flatbread, some chicken tenders in the air fryer, some wing sauce, lettuce, and I topped it off with some cheddar cheese. This lunch was around 358 calories and it had 36 grams of protein. Before my weight loss journey, I didn't really understand why everyone was so focused on protein, but now that I'm in a calorie deficit, I can see that as you add protein, you become a lot more satisfied. Another meal that was super easy to put together were these sheet pan fajitas. We didn't do anything fancy with these, but you definitely could have. You could have made an entire bowl with beans, corn. You could have put it in a low-carb tortilla, but we just kept it simple. To start out, I preheated my oven to 425. I thinly sliced some onions and bell peppers, and I cubed up about 2 pounds of chicken breast. I have this huge cast iron pizza stone that I've had since we got married, and it is worth its weight in gold to me. I use it for every sheet pan meal, and that's exactly what I used on this night. I gave it a light spray with some avocado oil, and I added my chopped onions, peppers, potatoes, and chicken. I gave it a couple more sprays with some avocado oil, and no, just for your information, I do not track my oil. I just use enough to help it not stick and to get coated evenly with the seasoning. Yes, oil does have calories and I probably should track it, but so far it's been okay. I bought a chicken fajita seasoning packet. I sprinkled it really well over all my ingredients and I gave it a quick toss around so that everything could get coated. I put it in the oven and I think it took about 20 to 25 minutes, but I like for my potatoes to get very well done. This was super simple to make, and if you didn't know, if you have a calorie app that you're using, you can usually add a recipe. You'll go into your app, name the recipe, and then add all your ingredients. Then you'll just set the serving size for that recipe. For this particular meal, I set it as 4 servings, and that came out to about 311 calories for a serving. So you could essentially eat half of this pan for about 600 calories. But we didn't do that. We put the rest up and we're going to have it as a meal prep this week. Also, if you've never tried it, Greek yogurt tastes really similar to sour cream, and these would have been so good on a low-carb tortilla with a little bit of cheese and Greek yogurt as the sour cream. Simple swaps like that can actually save you a lot of calories, and it can help you add in a lot more protein. My husband has really been enjoying some oatmeal in the mornings, so here's how I make it for him. I measure out a half a cup of oats, and I usually add some kind of lower calorie milk. This time I used oat milk. I try to make sure all the oats are in the liquid, and I microwave it for about 2 minutes. I add in 1 serving of PB2 powder, and just as a side note, if you are counting your calories and you don't have a food scale, I would definitely recommend getting one. It can make measuring out your food so much easier. But anyway, I mix in the PB2 powder and then I top it with Lily's chocolate chips. This comes out to about 222 calories and keeps them full till lunch. But my favorite breakfast currently has been this toast. I toast a piece of sourdough, I chop up 1 boiled egg, and I add in about 30 grams of avocado. Next, I add in about half a serving of cottage cheese. I give it all a really good mix, and I flatten it down on top of my toast. Then I sprinkle it with some everything bagel seasoning, and it comes out to around 294 calories. We have been exercising a lot more recently, and I have been trying really hard to get into running. It's been very hard for me to run a full mile without wanting to stop to walk, but I have recently been able to accomplish that goal. And after I had this perfect breakfast, I was able to do it for the second time. I think it was just the perfect fuel to help me. I'm still new and I have a long way to go on my weight loss journey, but thanks so much for watching. I hope you like and subscribe and follow along for more. Bye!